Gara Field. I am the proud principal of Pleasant View Elementary School, and the kids behind me, they know me as Dr. Jude. I came here to Pleasant View as a first-time principal in the fall of 2011, out of the university into the principalship, and Pleasant View was quickly identified as a priority school in need of transformation. Proficiency rates were low. One of the numbers I point to oftentimes are third grade proficiency in math. According to the statewide standardized tests, back in 2010, only 17% of our third graders were proficient in math. And at the same time, only 42% of our third graders were proficient in reading at the time. It was hugely important to flood resources into a school that did not have much.
Well, I just think in general, like the change that has happened in the last 5 years in our school is probably going to stand out, because I've been here for so long that I had one desktop in here when I started teaching, and it's such a different environment now. We have 13 laptops, a smartboard, and the technology has grown so much.
I think a big change as well has been the technology, but also the ability to teach the students how we feel we could teach them, that autonomy. And our principal has allowed us to do that.
When we have that autonomy to kind of build on our knowledge while using the standards and engage the kids in different ways, whereas other schools do not have that autonomy and they're strictly bound by curriculum. Gara and the school district has given us the opportunity and the autonomy to teach the curriculum and make sure that we hit each standard, but also implementing, hands-on learning, multi-sensory approach. Check your work.
You placed all the letters correctly.
I think one of the key qualities that students look for in a teacher is a teacher that can tailor his or her instruction to the needs of that child specifically. If that child is struggling with a certain math concept or a certain reading strategy, that teacher is able to change his or her way of teaching in order to get that child to succeed.
So when you talk about resources, rigor, relationships, professional development really weaves into that. Building capacity in people and finding ways to develop professionally within a professional learning community has been hugely important for our success. So when I came to Pleasant View in the fall of 2011, we didn't have wireless internet, we didn't have smartboards, we didn't have iPads, and we certainly didn't have devices for kids to use. Faculty had limited access to devices. There was a huge equity gap when it came to accessing and harnessing the power of technology in and outside of the classroom. That was apparent. We co-wrote with the Highlander Institute to become the model school for blended learning in 2012, and we were the first in the state of Rhode Island to do that.
Blended learning is a wonderful benefit we have here at Pleasant View. It's great for my students, particularly being the inclusion classroom. We have different levels of learners, students who need the technology to help them with more hands-on things. Being able to take smaller groups of children to work with is awesome for the children that just need more of that one-on-one direct instruction. I'm able to teach a standard to a child in several different ways, whether it be having them team up with a peer and letting them hear it from them, having them work with me, having them learn it through the computer. or even just in a small group up front using the smartboard. It just gives me so many different routes to take in order to really drive home what needs to be taken in by the students.
We're allowed to create those games and learning activities and, challenge those children that need that extra challenge and support those children that need that extra support.
We're able to not just sit and talk to the students where, they get bored. They stay more engaged this way. We're constantly moving around. Very rarely are we teaching in a whole group setting anymore. It's so much more of the small group setting where the instruction is directed specifically for what that student needs.
The most important thing about blended learning is that it's not just about the technology. It's about the way that teachers use technology to engage children.
Computer scientists, engineers will do in the real world. I think something like this happens.
We made the shift this year with 5th grade to personalized learning. We partnered with Summit Public Schools and Facebook, and we're the only 5th grade team in the nation to do this. And the results are incredible. I mean, our 5th graders, as they sit in that school right now, are 80% on or above level in math. And of the 80% that are on or above level in math, 60% are above. And it's because the teachers have personalized learning through facilitation, through coaching, through interdisciplinary projects, and personalized learning time in a way that has really enabled kids to own what they do. They're intrinsically motivated and they're able to go beyond what is expected of them. And it's been incredible. So we've had huge growth in terms of our student achievement because of our shift from blended to personalized learning with 5th graders, and we'll keep going. I think some of the problems that plague urban education in the United States, specifically in the urban core, not just unique to Providence or Pleasant View, is an emphasis on the wrong things. I think when we're not focused on joyful learning, communities of compassion and empathy and kindness, when we're not focused on little people as individuals who are going to go on to kind of make their mark in the world, we're looking at the wrong things.
The greatest challenge I see is balancing their academic needs with their social and emotional needs. Quite often you can't teach them the academics unless you've addressed their social and emotional needs.
School is not an isolate, it's not a vacuum. School is a microcosm of the world. And so when we treat each other with kindness and respect, that impacts what kids will do outside of school and vice versa. And so I think every kid that comes to school here is safe, known, needed, and cared for. And that is hugely important and part of our transformation and our culture of success. When I was in grad school, I took a class at Harvard with a guy named Gil Noem, and he talked a lot about kids and resiliency, and kids and outside of school and kind of extending the school day. I had this deep-seated belief that no teacher, no principal, no even just school community could do everything. Like, full-service community schools is one of the most meaningful parts of the transformation of Pleasant View that I can even think of. I mean, having City Year being a part of what we do and why we do it, having Dorcas International, where the families come here to learn English and then get to spend time in your child's classroom for 1 hour a week is incredible. Having a family care coordinator from Family Service of Rhode Island who is there when people need him in the most difficult moments in life, when kids lose a parent or they lose a sibling or there's a house fire. That's incredible. And then to have the YMCA program extending our out of school time for kids to learn longer and get to not just play, but play with meaning, that's been really transformational for us. I will say this, the fact that Pleasant View is my first and last principalship speaks volumes about the nature of this work. It is by far the most challenging thing I have ever done. And I think what we've created here is incredibly, it's powerful, and it's far bigger. Like I said, it's bigger than any person, and there are people in this place that will continue to do this work on behalf of kids. So no matter who the next leader is at this school, the foundation is so strong that I have no doubt they will take it to the next level, because this place is special, and it's special because of the people in it. And I'm just honored to have been a part of it.
As long as we keep progressing this way, I'm excited to see what changes can come.
What makes Pleasant View so unique is it's a small community. It's one level. We're just all so closely knit together, and working in Pleasant View is unique because just the collaboration of teachers and then students, again, like families, are just here like year after year, and it's just nice to you just always see familiar faces.
Things that move. Things that move. Well, over the years it's been real challenging to meet all the needs and know what these children need, but it's been so inspiring and amazing that I've seen so much dedication with all the staff, with all the teachers. We all work together, and I leave with all the memories of all the hope that we have for these children, that they will succeed.